Welcome to Basic Money Talk. My name's Rich. This is the podcast about simple financial advice and everyday money matters. I'm going to keep these episodes short and sweet so you can get on with your day. Thanks again for joining me.
Sometimes we stress and too much we think.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Glad to be here. Thanks so much for listening. I am back from a little break because I wasn't feeling well, and now I feel good, and I'm really grateful for that. If anyone's been sick recently or sick at all for a couple days, you know it gets old really quick. But it's a good reminder to take care of our health and just be grateful, right? It's way more important than money is health. You can't fix that. You can buy some medicine and maybe health insurance, but we have no control over those things. Today, I want to talk about actively managing your money, all right? Because that's really how we get ahead with our money. If we don't manage our money manages us. If you're not spending any active time with your money, once a month, looking at your finances, reviewing them, coming up with a plan, that's why you're not getting ahead, and that's why you're not saving money. That's the biggest lesson I've learned in my experience from reading so many books and trial and error and budgeting and not budgeting. So if this is your routine, you're doing something wrong. You get paid, you pay bills, you spend money. You get paid, you pay bills, you spend money. That's why you're not saving money, because you're not doing any work with your money, okay? You're working to get the money and spending it. And there's this whole society set up just to take your money. Every business that's out there is waiting for your money. And you're spending your money on all those things, and they're happy to take it. So I want you to make a difference in your life, and I want you to be able to start saving money and feeling good. So this is what you have to do. Are you ready? Once a month, minimum, you have to sit down for an hour and look at your finances. What's going on? Did I save money last month? No. Why not? Track your expenses. You have to start tracking your expenses and looking at categories. This is the only way you can identify a problem and fix it. Just like anything else in life, if you don't look at a problem and figure it out, you're not going to fix it and nothing's going to change, okay? So it starts by looking at your money and tracking it. Once a month, look at your money. Go through all your categories and expenses, see where your money's going, and that will tell you what you need to know. The coolest thing I love about budgeting and the coolest thing I love about tracking your money and budgeting is that the numbers don't lie. It's so easy. If you make $100 and you spend $100, you have zero. That's it. Zero. If you want more at the end of the month, you have to make more or spend less. That's it. Aside from investing in long-term things, it's really that simple. So once a month, I want you to look at your expenses. I want you to track the categories and see where you're going wrong. I'll never forget the time I was looking at my budget. I realized I was spending like over $500 a month on just going out and having a good time. And at the time, I was trying to save for a house, and I was like, this doesn't make sense. Why am I spending so much money? And you know what? I had to make a change. I had to stop going out and take a break. I had to stay in, and that's no big deal. Invite a friend over, watch a movie, have coffee, talk, buy a drink and have it in the house. It doesn't, watch a movie and hang out. You don't have to spend a lot of money to get out. I think it's really hard when you're younger and you're single or you're trying to socialize more. The way you get out there is you go to bars or restaurants and it's more expensive. I get it. I'm not going to argue with it. I understand. But if you want to save some money, you have to make a change. All right. So it starts by looking at your money once a month. In addition to looking at your money once a month to see how you're spending it, you also need to start tracking your money a little bit better. There are multiple tools and apps. The easiest way I recommend it is using a spreadsheet and just tracking your accounts. This is how you track your net worth. You just see, where's my money? What do I own? What are my debts? And look at it all in one place, okay? So also once a month, you have to look at this and face the bad news and say, oh, I owe this much money in this credit card or this bill. I have to catch up. If you don't look at it and face it, it's not going to change. So it's really that simple. Don't feel bad about it. Just do it. It's just like anything else in your life. If you want to make a change, you just have to actively manage it. Another big way to actively manage your money and save is to set up a separate account for saving. Sometimes they call this a spillover account, or call it whatever you want. The first thing I like to tell people to do is set up a buffer account, okay? This is not an emergency account, it's a buffer account. So you have a checking account where you get all your money, comes in, you pay all your bills, and then you set up this buffer account. You put in whatever you can, $500, $1,000, and it's always there. Because you know what? You're going to make a mistake. You're always going to have an unexpected expense. It's going to happen. So if you have this set up on the side, you're covered. It's not an emergency, okay? An emergency is you got into a car accident, your health is in jeopardy, the furnace broke, a family member needs help. That's an emergency. But if you just didn't account for some extra expense, like, oh, I had to get a new lawnmower, there was like 3 birthdays this month, and I had to go out and celebrate and buy all these gifts, that's not an emergency, okay? Either you planned for it or you didn't, and that's okay, life happens. But the way you protect yourself is set up a buffer account, all right? Put some money in there and you're settled. It's a little different than an emergency account. An emergency account is even more important. I definitely recommend that. Everyone talks about that. If you haven't heard about it, set up 3 to 6 months of expenses to cover yourself. So if you lose a job or something happens, you're okay. You can pay your bills. You can keep the heat on. You can put food on the table. That's an emergency account. And if you can do that, you will feel so good about yourself. I promise you. The first time I was able to have money in an account and say, geez, if something goes wrong, I'll be okay. If I lose my job tomorrow, I'll be okay. It takes such a weight off your shoulders. I know it's not easy to get there for everyone, but it should be a goal. You have to be able to do that. You have to take care of yourself. Let's face it, you can't just rely on going to work every day forever and expect something different to happen, okay? If you want to make a change, you have to start looking at your money. Save it, put money aside, make long-term plans, make a goal. So that's the other thing I want to talk about is goals, right? It's fine to save money and be good with your finances, but what are your goals? I'll tell you what some of my goals were. They were to own a house, have a family, own a house in a place where I liked to live, not always being worried about losing my job, and live comfortably, be able to spend time making music, which I love to do, or have some time going on a vacation now and then, or just having fun with my family and friends. That's all I need in my life. So what are your goals? Maybe you want a fancy car because you love cars. Maybe you love to travel, so you want to go to Italy, right? Maybe you love to hike, so you have this dream to hike all these mountains and travel. Everyone's got their own goals, and use them. Think about them and get excited about them. You need to have some inspiration to get excited about, right? What's the point of living if we're not going to enjoy our lives and get ahead and have fun? That's why we're here, okay? We don't even know why we're here, but we're here. So enjoy it. You don't know when it's going to end. So take some time and actively manage your finances. It will make life easier on you, okay? But I really want to talk to the people that are having trouble with their finances, okay? If you're struggling, you got debt and you're trying to get ahead, you just have to take the time. That's all it is. Don't feel bad. Don't beat yourself up about it. You are not alone. I think that's the biggest thing I like to tell people is you're not alone. Everyone in this world has the exact same challenge of working with money and having to pay the bills and get by. It's okay. Life should be easier, so let me help you out and make it easier. All right, thanks so much for spending some time with me. I really just wanted to talk about managing money today, all right? If you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to help. I also want you to tell you I have this really cool course on my website, Next Level Money Management. You can't go wrong. It's $25 and it's 25 minutes of your time. I'm going to show you how you manage your money even better, track your spending, and make life easy using technology. You don't have to be a computer whiz. You just have to spend a little time every month to look at your money, and I can walk you through that and set you up for success, all right? So go check out my website. Thanks again. I hope you come back for the next episode. Looking forward to it, and have an awesome day.
much we think.